Caleb, as a student athlete, time management is absolutely imperative for your success. And so talk about that a little bit. What the kind of the responsibilities and expectations from Brock, but also your responsibilities with your program, with your academic side of things. Give that a couple of seconds. Talk about that. How hard is that for you?
It's difficult. It's definitely something that you have to learn because right now I'm in 18 credits. I'm taking 6 classes, but I also have football practice and then like we have football worksheets and stuff. So you really have to set up a schedule and plan out how your week is gonna go and not bend and move to that schedule because next thing you know you're behind and getting behind in college is hard to catch back up. But I learned that you need a schedule and yeah, it's a lot. I don't have time.
Brock, when you hear a testimony and then you hear your intern relaying, and he's been with you for 3 years, so this isn't just him blowing sunshine up your butt. He has actually been there. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. What do you think about that, Brock, when you hear stuff like that?
Well, I mean, it makes me feel good first and foremost, but like we we talk about it all the time on our team. The client experience, nothing matters more than the client experience. So everything we talk about, everything we do, everything we invest in, like literally it is what we are. We are striving to provide a 5-star experience at every turn. And I mean, like anything else, like any organization, you are what you do, you are what you talk about, you are what you focus on all the time. And so we are really obsessed about providing a 5-star experience. And we're not perfect. There are some times where things go wrong, but we do our very best to make sure that if something does go wrong, that we get it corrected, that we get it fixed, and that the rest of it is an awesome experience.
Brock, how would you like people to connect with you? Take your time. You know, they got a listing. I've given out the phone numbers, all that kind of stuff, but go right ahead. Let's plug. Go right ahead, please.
Yeah, I mean, as always, the easiest way to get me is to call or text me on my cell phone. It's 517-303-3262. If you would feel more comfortable to like register on our website or something like that, and then have me call you, you can jump on our website, kwsellingteam.com. There's several contact buttons. You can reach out that way, but I do prefer my cell phone. I know that if you call me directly or you text me, I know I'm going to be able to respond, within like a half hour or something like that.
Caleb, how would you like people to connect with you? What's the magic door? Well, how would you like? Go ahead.
If you guys want to connect with me, you can do so via my Instagram. It is at Caleb Coley 8.
Brock, what are the top concerns right now as we're recording this, as we're seeing this? Because you've always been like Mr. Look in the crystal ball guy. You're the guy who said, well, interest rates are going to come down in the fall. Guess what's going to happen here real quick? You've said this in the past. If people don't believe it, go listen to the old podcasts. They're all there. Go ahead, Brock. What is the top concern in the real estate market right now people need to be aware of?
Well, so let me share my top concern. My top concern is that people get paralyzed in the face of fear. And I'll say I see it on both sides of the political environment. There's fear on both sides, and I guess here's the message. Regardless of whether your candidate wins or not, life will go on, and real estate must still be a part of your long-term financial net worth plan. And here's the other thing. The Fed controls interest rates, not either political party. And so it really doesn't matter. I mean, it may matter who is elected to you, but that part doesn't actually impact interest rates. So if you have a need or a desire to invest in real estate values are built to go up by 4 to 5% per year. That is happening as we speak. So if you are delaying a real estate purchase, you are just simply waiting for the values to continue to go up and thus become less affordable. Interest rates will probably continue to go down for the next year and a half. it is in your best interest to buy now, even though rates are still like 6.2% on a 30-year fixed, which is lower than it was. It was over 7% earlier this year. However, if you're waiting for rates at or below 5%, that probably won't happen for another year, year and a half. Buy the house, buy the land, buy whatever you're going to buy, invest in it, be confident, simply refinance when rates come down to 5% or below, but do not let your fear and your concerns stop you from investing in real estate. I'm going to leave it here. Personal responsibility for your financial future does not change regardless of who's in office. If you're in trouble financially and you're waiting for a political party to save you, you will be waiting forever. You have to take personal responsibility for your own situation. If you're living below your means, quit doing that. Start saving money. Start investing your savings in real estate or the stock market for long-term financial success.
Yeah, like Brock said, you control your destiny. So if you wanna be successful, if you wanna invest in real estate, you gotta do that now, and don't let fear stop you, because prices rise. But right now you can get in, and when the prices do rise and you could sell, it'll be worth even more then. So yeah, you control your destiny. You just gotta make the choice.
Are getting themselves locked into this. It's okay to rent for my whole life. That's where
Yeah.
I'm, because they've rented in college, you've paid your dorm or your apartment fee. Go ahead, Brock.
There's a couple of things that have started happening. So, unfortunately, we're at a period of time where parents, I fall in this group, where, although I'm not making this mistake, there are parents that are not promoting home ownership to their children, right? In the past, baby boomers and that generation after, the American dream has been graduate, go to college, or just get a job, buy a home, get married, buy a home, and then have children. Right now, the younger generation is not being encouraged by their parents to invest in real estate as quickly as possible. That's one problem, right? That's the wrong message, right? Secondly, I just came back from a seminar and I learned, Caleb can tell if it's the truth or not. What I was told by this person who did all this research was that the number one attribute of Gen Zs that they want, the number one thing they want, is stability. Is that legit? So we've got the Gen Z generation is going to be dynamic, by the way. They already are, but they're going to be the leaders that are going to help overcome, no offense to some of the millennials, but they're going to help us get back on track, right? The Gen Zers are going to get us back on track.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
So here's the thing. If you're a Gen Zer, it is more expensive now than it has been before. However, the ability to save and invest has not changed, right? You've got to save, you've got to put your money away, you've got to live below your means. And no offense to any large coffee corporations, but nobody needs a $10 coffee, right? Starbucks doesn't need to be in business, right? Nobody needs to eat out 5 or 8 or 10 times a week. Buy your groceries, go to Aldi, cook healthy foods at home, right? Live below your means. In the words of Dave Ramsey, live like no other right now, so you can live like no other in the future, meaning being financially wealthy. I still live on a budget, right? I live on a budget. I spend no more than $140 a week on groceries. I'm eating out one day a week, right, as a special occurrence with my wife for like a date. So gotta live below your means. That's the bottom line.
Listeners, a takeaway from your experience here this last hour. Go right ahead.
My experience has been delightful. Mr. Tom here asks great questions, and he makes it extremely easy for you to respond to them. And it's just a fun, happy vibe in here. It's been great. I love it. I'd come back.
What a wonderful surprise that was. I want to thank Brock for bringing Caleb and talking about the students. And you know how much I love talking the journey into higher ed and talking to our student friends. And I have so many student friends. They keep our life. For those of you out there that haven't been around young people, they really are like Caleb. There's so many of them out there. There's so many of our kids out there. I know so many kids. I'm so close to, like Anya. She's a wonderful young woman. Her sister Ina. All of these young people. Emma Gilly, who's just on the show recently. I mean, she's going to be a teacher. All of these young people, they're so fantastic. But if you don't say hello to them, if you don't get to know them, if you don't introduce yourself to them, they're probably not going to come up to you and introduce themselves. We have to be aggressive in wanting to meet our young people and help them become successful, because that's our freaking job. Until next time, thank you, everybody. I'm Papa Tom. This has been the Tom Matt Show. Thank you. Subscribe, like, do all those good things. And again, I want to say thank you to Mitch Anderson and, of course, Vanessa. I know you'll see this. Love you, baby. You have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.